is a constitution? First we have to understand the word constitution. What is constitution? Preparing, composing a set of rules can be termed as constitution. Constitution is nothing but preparing a set of rules. Constitution of India is a supreme law of the land. It is the ultimate law of the land. All the governments, either central government or the state government, should follow the Constitution of India. The entire administration of the country depends upon the rules and regulations and guidelines of Constitution of India. So, Constitution of India is an important law. It is a supreme law of the land. It is a set of fundamental principles for governance. For what? The purpose of this set of rules for administration, for ruling. So, we can define the Constitution of India as a set of fundamental principles to be followed by the governments or governments of either central government, union government as well as state governments. It is supreme law of the land. Land means our country. So, Constitution of India is a set of fundamental principles for governance and supreme law of the land. Second one, why do we need constitution? What is the necessity of our constitution? Why without constitution we can't, some countries of the world like UK, there is an unwritten constitution, they are following just traditions and laws and formulas for administration. But in India, our constitution is a written constitution, everything in the constitution. Why do we need constitution? What is the necessity? What is the need of constitution? These are basic principles, basic rules can be formulated in the constitution. The power to make decisions, what decisions can be taken by the government depends upon the constitution. The decisions related to the society, decisions related to the people, decisions related to the international relationship, decisions related to domestic affairs, everything, all areas, decisions can be taken by the parliament based on Constitution of India. Next, there are certain limitations also there. Governments has limited powers to make laws. Certain rules and regulations are there where it gives a protection for the fundamental rights and fundamental principles to be followed. So it creates conditions, good conditions for better living. So we need constitution. Constitution is a necessary for our country because it is the biggest country with different cultures, different traditions, different groups of people, different religions, and different diversity is there. Diversity into unity is our nature of our countries. Therefore, we need a written constitution to protect the rights of the citizens. So we need constitution because it gives a basic principles for the governance. Second one, it powers to make decisions over the living conditions of the people. It has certain limits to it imposes limits to governance or government. It creates conditions for better living. History of the Constitution. What is the story behind preparation of this Constitution? What articles that are contributing? What acts are contributing? During the period of British rule, so many Indian Council Acts are there. In the first one is Indian Council Act 1961. Second one Indian Council Act 1892. Third one Indian Council Act 1909. 1999 is Minto Marley reforms. The Government Indian Act in the year 1919, Montague Chelmsford Act, and Government of India Act 1935 is the key act for this constitution. Almost 70% of the constitution is based on 1935 Government of Indian Act. Indian Independence Act, ultimately we are getting independence on August 15, 1947. These are all the acts is a source for the Constitution of India. This Constitution came into force. It was adopted in 1949, but it came into force or came into execution on the day of Republic. Therefore, on the day we celebrate Indian Republic Day, the Happy Republic Day on 26th January 1950. What is the forming? How it was forming? What are the basic things that are incorporated in Indian Constitution: sovereignty, secular, socialist, democratic, republic. India's name. What is the name of our country? Sovereign, independent. Sovereign means ruling power without restrictions of any world country, without domination of a country. Even though India is one of the country in the Commonwealth nations under UK, but we are not following any restrictions, any guidelines from UK, Britain. So sovereignty means independence, individual. We can take decisions in national, international decisions of the country can be taken freely without any restrictions of any foreign country. Secular, it is most of the ruling administration not taken to consider the specific religion of the country, even though majority people are Hindus, 80% of the people belongs to Hindu religion, but the constitution is different from religion. Religion is individual affair, whereas all the acts are made without any religious basis. So India is a secular state and is a socialistic pattern of society. We adopted socialistic pattern of society means wealth and property of the country should not be concentrated in a few hands of the richest people or industrialists. So wealth of the country should be distributed equally among all the people of the country. So therefore, socialistic pattern of society. For this purpose, government takes so many steps to implement socialistic pattern of society. Democratic is a political system. India is a big democratic country in the world after USA. It is a democratic country where people's representatives rule the country. Therefore, your right to vote, attend franchise is an important feature of our constitution. Democratic republic. Republic means the head of the country is not a hierarchical person, is an elected person. So republic, India is a republic. So sovereignty, secular, socialist, democratic and republic, these are all the facts, these are the base for our constitution. All these things are incorporated in our preamble. Preamble means a foreword. What are the main characteristics of our constitution? There are certain main characteristics of our constitution. Or it is the longest written constitution of the world, biggest, a big written constitution of the world, partly rigid and partly flexible. Some part of the constitution can easily be amendable, that is flexibility. Some part of the constitution is very hard to make amendment. The basic structure of the constitution never be amended because it is very rigid. Certain rules are there. The basic structure, nature of the constitution should not be changed. Therefore, Indian constitution is a partly rigid as well as partly flexible. Our country is a democratic republic. There is a democratic pattern of society. Elected representatives are taking decisions. So, Indian democratic pattern, parliamentary system of government. A parliamentary form of government, parliamentary system, parliament has ultimate power to make laws. So, these laws can be executed by the cabinet and implemented by the judiciary. So, it is a democratic republic. Federation, there are central government as well as state governments in the country. Cooperative federalism is an idea behind the constitution. One of the important features of our constitution is the cooperative federalism. There is a cooperation between central government and the state governments. Individual rights are protected by the constitution. Those rights which are protected by the constitution can be termed as fundamental rights. Along with the rights, there are duties also. There are fundamental duties. Secular state, irrespective of religion, government make laws. That is secular state. India is a secular state because the religion should not be considered as a factor or aspect in making laws. So, another one is interpretation of the laws can be taken by the decisions and judgments, judicial review by the Supreme Court and High Courts. Therefore, an independent judiciary is also important feature of our constitution. Singular citizenship. Every person in India has only single citizenship, no dual citizenship in the country. In UK and Switzerland, there are dual citizenship in the world. But in India, only single citizenship was given. And what is the form of the government according to our constitution? There are three important organs of the government. That is, government organs are legislative, judiciary, and executive. What is the legislative? The laws can be made by the legislative and implemented by the judiciary, that is Supreme Court and High Court, and execution by the President of India under cabinet system of governance. These are all the certain basic. This is a concept map of Constitution of India. There are 8 parts, 8 angles. First one is definition. Second one is necessity. Third one is the history. Fourth one is the forming of the Constitution. Fifth one is the importance of preamble. Next one is the main characteristics of the Constitution. Seventh one is the form of the organs of the government. And this is a recapitulation because Constitution is the biggest Constitution. It has several articles and important concepts, important base. For India is a democratic republic country. A parliamentary form of government is our country's speciality. Cooperative federalism is also another important factor. Citizens are given fundamental rights and duties. This is all about Constitution of India.
Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.